Booga, booga, ooga, brooga.
All right, baby, welcome back, boogies. Every Saturday we post on this channel. Never miss a Saturday. Never miss one in my life. I knew it. Oh, I just knew it. I said it. I think it was the last video or the one before that. I was like, every Saturday. And not only did I say every Saturday for Ooga Booga, I said every Wednesday for Dylan is in Trouble. And I've just been missing Wednesdays and Saturdays like crazy. If it makes you feel any better, I burned the hell out of my tongue. I made a cappuccino. No, what's it called? An espresso. I made an espresso for the first time in my life. I even bought these cute little cups with these nice cute little handles. It's just this tiny amount of liquid. And my brain looked at it and was like, there's no way this could be hot. So I drank it and then burned the shit out of my tongue. And now here we are. It's been a minute since we went through the subreddits. I've missed it dearly. We have now 34.9 thousand members, which is nearly triple the amount we had last time. The subreddit's growing like crazy. You wouldn't believe it. Petition for us to start calling him Daddy Dylan. Nope, that was a mistake. That was a deep mistake that Daddy Dylan made. He can't keep getting away. Listen, if I want to show a little bit of my pale ass chest, I'm gonna show a little chest. I wonder if it was worse for him to watch He's All That or Princess Protection Program. Well, only one of those movies made me cry. Princess Protection Program had a longer effect on me though. I was sad for about 24 hours. Like 2/3 of the way through, I was like, I don't think I can upload this because it's not gonna be funny. And then surprisingly, that became like one of my most viewed videos in like the first 24 hours. So you guys certainly enjoyed watching me get depressed. Which says a lot about our relationship. Therapist, Dylan's thumbs can't hurt you. Listen, I got some flexible thumbs. I understand it looks a little bit weird, but check it out. What those thumbs do. I got dancing thumbs. What do you need from me? Whenever I do a thumbs up though, I have to actively think and control my muscles so that my thumb doesn't go too far back. That's why sometimes I do a thumbs up, it looks like this. Sometimes I do a thumbs up, it looks like this. It's all about the muscle control in that specific moment. But when I'm holding something between my fingers, like a hair, obviously I need to apply pressure. So my index finger starts pushing my thumb backwards, which led to this, and I am not even embarrassed. We all have flaws, baby. My flaw is my thumbs. But it's not a flaw at all, because try to play thumb war against me, try to catch my thumb. You can't do it. You're like, ah. He looks terrifying, but hot. See, this is how we end up with hardens. You can't praise people for looking attractive when they're angry. Because then in your head, you're like, if I make them angry, it's fine because I get to see them hot. But then they do things out of anger that makes your life worse. It's just a toxic cycle, baby.
She was so excited. She was saying things. I hate Harden so much.
I do hate Harden so much. I hate how that actor delivers the lines too. Everything just comes out so whiny. I just want to punch him. Dylan's tweet about He's All That was in this Daily Mail article. One dismayed viewer wrote, He's All That broke me. I don't want to be dramatic, but it was so bad that I literally cried. I did tweet that. I'm noticing now how whiny that tweet sounds. But when I use the word literal, I mean it literally. Like it's over. I'm so happy. I'm upset it's not lower. How did He's All That get a 32%? Who could have possibly given this a positive review? Ray and Buchanan have chemistry. Where? A sweet little end of summer sorbet with appealing young performers and a script that refreshes the original without overdoing it. I can certainly say they didn't overdo it, because they didn't do much at all. Dylan biopic?
Audiences have spoken. Chris Evans delivers the performance of a generation as Dylan. A broken, pathetic shell of a man with nothing to live for. A portrait of failure. A brutal, soul-crushing glimpse into an empty, wasted life. A man undeserving of love or human touch itself.
You have a bad penis.
How did you know?
I know.
Ah!
I hate my penis!
I do too. That's funny. I found this when I was outside one day. Julius has a cousin. My other friends were quite confused and me and another fellow troublemaker friend got excited about it. Is that Julius? That's the same chest plate design. And this one's hair's better. Look at this little thing it's doing up here. Your hair doesn't do that. That's embarrassing, Julius. That's so weird though, because the chest plate is the same design. It's got the carriage, the lady, and the whatever this is. I will say though, guys, because you guys are Ooga Booga, you get a little bit sneak preview. I got a special guest coming in. You know, he stands station over there, but we got an empty station over there. First and last episode reactions make me a bit sad. What are you talking about? Snow, hey, blah, 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 blah. I wish you would watch the entire series. Yeah, right. it. I mean, if your channel is like completely dedicated to reacting to full shows, then that's fair. But you guys will get so bored, even if you're a fan of the show. Let's say, take Vampire Diaries. How many episodes was that? Was something like 80? So I'd have to make 80 videos of the Vampire Diaries. That's like 6 months of work. So for the next 6 months, imagine all I uploaded was Vampire Diaries episode by episode reactions. That would be so boring. I honestly like that he watches only the first and last episode. It makes some great commentary and funny assumptions. I can understand it though. Like if you have a show that you feel protective of and someone only watches the first and last and gets like a distorted view of what the show is and then criticizes it, yeah, it's not gonna feel great. So I understand completely people being like, no, the show's actually good. Call Me By Your Name reaction. Hi, Troublemakers. I've just seen Dylan's video on Call Me By Your Name, and I was kind of disappointed he didn't see the flies and or interpret them. Could you like this so we could get his reaction in a Reddit video? Here's my reaction. Explanation: in the movie, there are a lot of flies, notably in the last scene where Elio is in front of the fire. I'm guessing it either means that their love was short, or it's a reference to the Mesopotamian goddess Inanna, who used flies to protect her husband from demons. Oh, fuck. How did I not draw the parallels? Sometimes in scenes there's flies. How did I not draw the line between that and the Mesopotamian goddess who used the flies to fight demons? Who gotta be kidding me? This is what I gotta deal with. It reminds me of that thing where they're like trying to interpret what the author was trying to say. Like there's blue curtains and then everyone's like, oh, it represents the melancholy of the characters. And the author's just like, no, they're just blue curtains. My guess is that they were filming on location and there were flies around and they couldn't get rid of them and it's not that big of a deal, so they just shot it anyways. And now people are like, oh, what do the flies represent? They probably had a guy bring in a jar of flies and honestly, if a director says like, no, we intentionally did it, I call bullshit. Because there's no way they hire a fly guy on an indie film. Not a recommendation. After seeing his K-dramas and C-dramas list, I would honestly love to see him react to one. I hate to break your spirits, guys. I'm probably never gonna do anything with subtitles. You gotta understand, like, half my brain needs to be working on jokes as I watch things, and I have a hard enough time watching something with subtitles and visually, because I end up always just reading. I spend so much of my time when I'm watching something subtitled reading, which isn't the worst thing in the world. I still love things with subtitles, but to try to read and then watch and then also come up with commentary, it'd be way too difficult. The video would probably be just really boring. I just don't have the requisite brain power to do all three things at the same time. Read, watch, and come up with different commentary for myself. Hi, fellow troublemakers. My name is Laurie, and I wanted to give a shout out to Dylan. That's me. I've been watching your videos for about 5 years now, and I always share them with my friends. My favorite video is She's the Man. Ultimate wish is to meet you in person. I think you should have a better ultimate wish. Your ultimate wish should be like to just win $1 billion. Because then you could lure me to you. You could be like, Dylan, come meet me for like $1 million. So you can meet me and then also have $999 million. I would absolutely love to meet you guys. I'm afraid to do a meetup though. Like obviously we got COVID. We're not going to do it anytime now, but I'm so afraid to be like, hey, we're doing a meetup, and then one person shows up and then it's so awkward because they're like, I'd love to meet you. And I'm like, I'd love to meet you too, but where's everyone else? Then they're like, yeah, I don't know. No one else cares, I guess. But I would love to meet you guys because as much as like you're grateful that I make content, I get so many nice messages from you guys being like, hey, your content really makes my day, or like I go through a hard time and it brightens my day. As much as you're grateful for me, I'm grateful for you guys. If it wasn't for you guys, I'm just a guy making jokes for no one. And then it goes from being endearing to embarrassing. You guys are all that I have from being embarrassing. I would be Chris Evans in that skit if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you. Why Dylan and this community are just on a different level. Absolutely, let me read this. I watch quite a few YouTubers, but Dylan is my favorite, which means you have good taste. And it took me a long time to figure out why. Just because you have good taste, that's it. That's the answer. Weird, but I think it's because he doesn't have merch. Like the second a YouTuber puts out merch, they've essentially turned their channel into a brand. Well, this is poor timing because I want to reveal today that I still don't have merch. Sorry, guys. But a lot of times their entire YouTube presence feels like a commercial for their merch. But since Dylan doesn't have any, it feels like a small and connected online community, even though there's more than 1 million of us. There's also the fact that he's absolutely hilarious and entertaining. True and true. I don't think that's entirely accurate. I understand where you're coming from. And I think that it partially has something to do with the fact that I've never really tried to sell you guys something for my own sake. I've never had a Patreon. I've never had merch. My interests are more towards like a clothing line. I want to create like my own brand. One that has like a lot of community feel to it. But also like I want it to be a high quality product. Because talking to companies that want to help me make merch, their goal is to like give me the cheapest thing possible to sell to you guys. So they send me like examples of what they would print, and I'd feel it, and it feels so cheap. And then I'm like, do you have anything more like legitimate and like better quality? And every time I say that, they're immediately like, but then our profit margins goes down, and then they're less interested in making like what I want to make. Not that I think it's bad that YouTubers have merch. I think it's a cool way to get something while also giving something to the creator that you watch. But that said, like when I have a book and it's good enough, the reason I don't like rush out a book or rush out a clothing line is because I don't want something that's like that I don't feel good or proud of, and then putting it out there just to make a quick buck. That's not at all an interest of mine. Maybe I guess that plays a part in it. I think it's probably a small part. I think that we're just on a different level because it's like a lot of positivity. Going to couple therapy, asking an unmarried 30-year-old for advice. I bet Jack can solve so many relationship problems. I am such a good mediator. And the reason I'm so good is because I love putting myself in other people's drama and then telling people what to do.
Like I'm a creep. But I'm saying like Dylan in Trouble kind of talks like that, like the possibility. That's my Dylan in Trouble's impression.
Possibilities. Possibility. What are you talking about, Trent?
The way he said possibility sounded like Dylan. My best Dylan is in Trouble impersonation. Hey, what's up, troublemakers? Welcome back to another movie commentary Monday. Now.
No.
What's up, troublemakers? Welcome back to another movie commentary Sunday. Now.
Movie commentary Sunday, Trent? I only upload movie commentaries on Mondays. Everyone knows this. Is this a literal minute-long video of her trying to impersonate me? That she put in one of her videos? It's literally a minute long. Wow, ooh. Okay. I do appreciate a modern-day Rapunzel. The septum piercing? Very edgy. Stop being attracted to a two-dimensional character. Wait, this beer man reminds me of Dylan, but more suave. Are you saying he's more suave or I'm more suave? Because you better be saying that about me. I love when Dylan laughs at his own jokes. His name's Cinco? Like the number 5 in French? How can you expect me not to laugh at my own jokes? I'm hilarious. That's gonna wrap up this Ooga Booga video. We'll be back next Saturday. For sure. For sure there'll be a video next Saturday. Definitely come back because there will for sure be a video next Saturday. Love you guys.
Ooga booga!